The roar of the motorcycle cut through the bright afternoon like a warning siren, scattering pigeons and turning heads along the sunlit street, but what stopped the engine cold was not fear or resistance, it was a small hand reaching out from the sidewalk, trembling, determined, and impossibly brave. A little girl stood there in the open daylight, dusty sneakers planted on warm concrete, staring up at him in the world called dangerous. The patch on his vest read Hell's Angels, his knuckles scarred, his beard sun-bleached and rough. Yet her eyes did not see a monster. They saw help. Before the story pulls you deeper, take a moment to show some love. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet miracles that happen between strangers, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Good Soul. Your support keeps stories like this alive. His name was Marcus Vale, a man shaped by highways and hard lessons, riding alone under a cloudless sky. Daytime suited him, it hid fewer ghosts. He had spent years outrunning his past, letting the wind scrub his thoughts clean, pretending the rumble beneath him could drown out the things he never said out loud. The town he rolled into was ordinary: strip malls, a playground bleached by noon sun, a clinic with faded posters taped to its windows. Ordinary places were where he liked to pass unnoticed. But nothing about the girl was ordinary. She was small for her age, hair tied with a ribbon that had seen better days, cheeks smudged with dirt and resolve. She did not flinch. She did not step back. She simply reached out. Marcus shut off the engine and felt the silence swell. He noticed details the way riders do, the heat rising from asphalt, the way the breeze tugged at his vest, the soft scrape of a swing chain at the nearby park. He noticed the way her shoulders shook, not with fear, but with the weight of something too heavy for a child to carry alone. She did not beg. She did not cry. She stood there as if standing was the last thing holding her world together. The story unfolded without words, carried by the signs of daylight and the language of need. The girl's name was Aria Bloom, learned later, and the need was urgent. Her grandmother, the only family she had left, lay inside the clinic down the street, weak and alone, her medications unaffordable, her strength thinning with each passing hour. The clinic's doors were open, but the help inside had limits, and the limits had already been reached. Aria had tried adults with clean shirts and hurried steps. She had tried waiting. When she saw the motorcycle, she saw motion, strength, and the promise of someone who could act. Marcus felt something crack open that he had welded shut years ago. He had grown up learning that asking for help was weakness, that softness invited pain. He had worn the armor of ink and leather because it kept people at a distance. But the daylight made everything honest. It showed the dirt under his boots and the truth under her courage. He followed her steps to the clinic, the afternoon sun casting long shadows that felt like witnesses. Inside, the air smelled of antiseptic and hope stretched thin. Marcus saw the grandmother, Eloan Bloom, small in the bed, eyes bright with worry rather than illness. He saw the stack of papers, the numbers circled, the kind of math that steals sleep. The nurse's face carried compassion tempered by policy. Marcus had seen those faces before, the ones that want to help but are bound by rules that do not bend for love. What Marcus discovered next bent him instead. In the grandmother's bag was a photograph, worn at the edges, showing a younger man in uniform, smiling with a gentleness Marcus had not seen in years. The name on the back matched his own last name. Eloan had once cared for a boy whose father never came home from war, a boy who ran wild and angry, a boy she fed and steadied until the world took him somewhere else. Marcus understood then that he had been held together once by hands like hers, that the kindness he survived on had a lineage. The realization pressed tears into his eyes in a way no pain ever had. Daylight streamed through the window, unforgiving and pure. Marcus did not look away. He stayed. He did what he could do, which turned out to be enough. He made calls, sold what could be sold, leaned on favors owed and bridges not yet burned. He sat with Aria on the curb afterward, sharing the shade of a tree, watching the town breathe. The girl's shoulders finally relaxed. The clinic doors opened again, and this time hope walked out with them. As the afternoon stretched, Marcus felt lighter, as if the road ahead had changed its mind about him. He realized that the world had not asked him to become someone else, it had simply asked him to remember who he could be. The patch on his back did not vanish. His scars did not fade. But the daylight had written a new chapter across them, one where a little girl's courage found a home in a hardened heart. If this story has reached you, if it stirred something quiet and good inside, Please take a second to engage with this video, like it, share it, and let others feel what you felt. Special request, please comment, "Kindness still rides," below if you believe one brave heart can change another. Marcus rode out of town as the sun tipped west, the engine humming a softer song. Behind him, a clinic door closed gently, and a child laughed in the park. Ahead of him, the road opened wide, not as an escape, but as a promise kept in the clear light of day.